Loading mandatory greeting. Hello, sir or madam. If you're interested in learning about the robot character in the video game Streets of Rogue, please have a seat. We will begin momentarily. For those who have not taken a seat, please vacate the premises immediately. I am required to use lethal force on non-guide participants. Now that everyone has been seated or exterminated, we can begin. I am Ian, and this is the Streets of Rogue character guide to the robot. The robot is unlocked via hacking a Copbot or a Killer Robot, and is the only character that can't be customized in Character Select. As for the robot's description, it reads, most robots have specific roles, like cop or butler, but sadly the engineers behind this robot forgot to give it a purpose. Combine this with an uncommonly low battery life and you've got a formula for an inferiority complex. However, since joining the Resistance, the robot has seemingly found their purpose, becoming mayor and bringing about Judgment Day, or alternatively discovering what love is and rule with benevolence. Speaking of battery life, that is mechanically speaking due to your rechargeable trait. Due to this trait, all your stats except endurance, which is set to 3, are determined by how charged up you are. Your charge starts at 4, but will slowly degrade over time in increments of 20 seconds, resulting in the loss of a single level. Once you have reached level 1 of charge, you will start to lose HP until you've reached a 20 health. So while running out of charge won't directly kill you, having all your stats set to 1 and your health constantly draining to 20 is not exactly a recipe for good times. The good news is your electronic trait means that you can recharge it with an electro pill at the expense of being unable to use drugs and taking damage from water. You can't even use resurrection shampoo since that constitutes as a drug according to the game. However, more often than not, you'll be recharging your batteries with your Power Sap special ability. With this ability, you create a blast around you, deactivating any electronics it hits and hurting and possibly stunning NPCs that you hit. This will not only recharge your batteries, but also heal you. Some great uses for this ability include, but are not limited to, using it on computers to open saves and lock doors to create prison breaks or bank heists, rigging generators to blow at your leisure, or, and this is especially helpful in the Uptown segments, instantly killing fellow robots. This actually creates some amazing team synergy with the hacker should you be playing co-op with friends, since the hacker's big quest causes a series of robots to go hunting him down, and for you, these robots are nothing more than free health kits. And since you have the Blast Survivor trait, you don't have to worry about the explosions of the robots you kill causing you any harm. And your Blast Master trait means you can get out of most situations with extreme ease with your rocket launcher. On the subject of your starting gear, you start with a rocket launcher, a sledgehammer, and 5 beers. This makes the loadout-o-matics on the floors the perfect one-stop shop for all your possible needs, since what else could you need aside from beer and rockets? Seriously. Just remember, you're an electronic now, and thus take damage from water and EMPs, can't use drugs, not even resurrection shampoo, and can only heal via electro pills, alcohol, and your sap ability. And you will have to use that sap ability quite a bit for your big quest. Speaking of which, your big quest is called Dark Fate, where you must deactivate all power boxes on a floor before moving to the next. This is rather easy, especially early on, since your special ability effectively turns these power boxes into large health kits. Not to mention that most third floor disasters just aren't a problem for you really. Since the ooze doesn't hurt you whatsoever, you're immune to most random status effects, and since robots don't have brains in the traditional sense, zombies have no interest in eating you whatsoever. Just be mindful of nearby vending machines like the Cellomatic and the Loadout-o-matic, since once you disable the power box, these machines will also be disabled with them. Just be mindful of the cops who will guard these quest objectives with their lives, especially uptown since the local police force will be upgraded into super cops, which have machine guns instead of pistols. If you find the uptown lockdowns being an issue for you, remember, while the lockdown barriers won't be destroyed by a rocket launcher, whatever the heck they're next to probably will with your Blastmaster trait. All in all, I give the robot a Terminator out of 10. You're more than well equipped to kill just about anything as long as you use your sap ability to keep your batteries charged up. After all, you start with the best weapons in the game of a sledgehammer and rocket launcher. I mean, come on people, you even have beer. What else could you need? Heck, you're so badass you could probably impersonate Arnold Schwarzenegger and run for office. That's all for now. Like the video if you did, subscribe if you don't want to miss the next one. I've been Ian, and this has been my Streets of Rogue character guide to the robot. And stay tuned, the werewolf is coming up next.